Welcome to the Multi Drive expansion kit, and I'm going to show you how to put it together today. So first off, this is where the files go, the hardened files, and with this kit you get this 4mm long adapter. And what we found is these are quite tight on the first go, so to help you out a little bit, just pop these in the top just to open them out slightly, and that'll help you put the hardened needle files into these holes. It just stretches the lever ever so slightly and just makes it nice and easy for them to go in. So then when you take your new box of needle files, you can just go through, lift up the protective flap, and then they go in really easily and they're locked in. Push them nice and to the bottom. Just doing one at a time and opening out that hole ever so slightly. It just stops you scratching the lever, because these are they've got a little bit of a sharp end to them. They're not quite as smooth as the other adapters. So once you've got all those in, this is a flap that just goes over and it just protects the rest of the multi-drive components that are on this side. So next, let's pop the knife in. So once you've got your knife into this sort of orientation with the blade on, there's a little stud here that just protects the lever. So if you put your knife in that way, it'll line up with the edge of the stud, and it'll stop just shy of the lever, and then that's nice and protected, so that can't hurt any of the stitching. It's just sat where it is. Next we will put in the carbide drill bits. So these can go in either side inside this loop. They just slide nicely in there and they're locked in. The last components that go in here, you've got a little space in here for extra blades. But the last major component to go on here is the metal case. So there is a steel plate behind here, and all that does is, with the magnets that are built into the case, just locks it into place there. There's a little strip here, just make sure that's on the outside of the case, and that will stop the case from moving around. So once that's in there, that is completely locked in. So next, up here we have the slots for the multi-drive itself. So we've got two there. So all you do is slide that straight in. And if you did buy a second one, that just goes straight in there. These smaller slots are for the multi-drive stubster. So the smaller format multi-drive, and that can just go straight in there. To get them out, all you do is just push from the bottom or push from the top, and you can remove from either side. Next up, the adapter set that comes with this expansion kit. You've got the 4mm adapter, the chuck to hold the drill bits, and also the component that allows you to go around corners and get to awkward little bits. So these three components go in these pockets here. I tend to put this component in the middle. It just gives a little bit extra room around it. And you can push those down all the way to the bottom. Next up, let's pop some lead in there. So there's enough space for 5 leads, and all you do is lift up that flap, locate the end of the brass tube, and then slide it straight in. To get those out, all you do is lift the flap up, tilt that, and they will pop straight out. Next up, we have the scribes. So you can buy these in packs of 3, and they just live in here. So we will pop 1, 2, and 3. Moving on to the bits themselves. I pre-installed these as it would take a while on camera. However, you can install them as simply as this. They just sit side by side in their little pockets. Another way to do this is you can also have them upside down, if you prefer that. Or you can take one out and pop it alternating so that they're a bit easier to get to if you prefer that. So that is how you would set up. Okay, I don't know. And then the 4mm adapter can just sit nicely next to the long adapter. And that's everything. You can just close up your expansion kit, and away you go.